before we get into the breakdown, love that Crypto's in it, by the way. I literally kept saying over and over and over again, this movie is going to be probably about her processing the destruction of her hometown, Krypton. And I just knew it was going to be from her point of view. I just knew it was. I knew it was. It made so much sense, and I love that that's what it's going to show us. I love that. Let's get through it. I think you know what, since it was the first thing I mentioned, Krypton looks pretty good. Krypton looks pretty good. I know this is Krypton. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe that leads into Man of Tomorrow with Brainiac or whatever, but I thought that'd be a little more green unless there's something else going on there. But Krypton looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. I don't know what's going on there. We'll get to that. Let's start off at the beginning. My bad. Crypto licking some bottles. I don't know why. Probably because he's a drinker too. I'm playing. Crypto ain't like that. Going through. What was that little hatch right there? Is that like just a random dollar? I don't know. It's probably just a random little hatch. But go through. Superman saves town. Nuclear reactor explosion. So that is probably something current. That, what does I say? Superman rescues cats. Oh, that's nice. Or Supergirl rescues cats. Okay, so we have a bigger picture of Superman, smaller picture of Supergirl, and then his Superman saves town nuclear reactor, hers Supergirl rescues cat, and they have her a little smaller. So that's probably something she's dealing with. She's probably dealing with the fact that Superman is more like not idolized, but has more of the attention and everything. She probably feels small. Maybe that's what the movie's gonna get into. Maybe she's jealous, or maybe it's just that she wants more. Maybe. I'm just going off of what the trailer's showing me, guys. Don't get mad at me. I'm very excited after watching this. Can't wait to break it down even more. And then Crypto pees on it directly straight on Superman's face. Even though he got a little bit of her right there, but directly on Superman's face, which was crazy. And then she comments by saying, oh, okay. So she's just proud that Crypto peed in the right spot. Okay, never mind. Maybe I was wrong. Either way, we're going through it. Also, I like the way it looks. I like the way the colors look. I like I guess the vibe of everything. The sun's coming up, but even before that, like everything looks really good and in really good detail. Like really good detail. But Millie Alcock as, and I hope I pronounced her name right. I hope I did. But her as Supergirl is going to be really good. Really good. A lot of these shots, these are like cool wallpapers. This one's a cool one. Her in bed right there was a cool one. I'm just wondering. I think I might like this more than Superman. I might. I'm already getting that vibe. Already am. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm just getting that vibe. Interesting little space bus. Very interesting. I wonder what planet. I don't know who this person is. I don't know what that logo is. It looks like a W and an X. Or maybe an L and an X for Lex Luthor, but you never know. But she's obviously going to another planet. Kind of like, I don't know. It's just something about her. I don't know too much about Supergirl. All I know is that Supergirl is Superman's cousin. Besides that, nothing else. I haven't read comic books on her. I was meaning to read the comic book that this is based off of. Supergirl. Was it Woman of Tomorrow? I don't know. I forgot. Either way, I really wanted to read it. Got sold out over at Comic-Con. Then I remember seeing a tweet that popped up saying that people really were saying this is like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, and there were some people being negative about it, but I'm like, no, I don't know. I was already liking the idea of her being, well, we already knew, because I remember reading a little bit of the beginning of the comic book that this was getting inspiration from, where it was her in a bar, and she starts fighting these guys, but I think it was a red sun planet, so she didn't really have her powers, so she started beating the heck out of them, and then got a sword and something like that, but that was all I read. But if that's what's going to happen here, I think it is. Like, even hearing that part, I'm excited. I'm very excited. This does kind of give off Guardians of the Galaxy vibes, like even just the shots, her dancing, and then you have people, or Crypto. I love Crypto, man. Like, let's take a small little break here. Crypto appreciation post, because I love Crypto. I'm so glad that Crypto is already in the DCU, and that's something I appreciate. The DCU is already going in, not even no hesitation, instantly. Superman movie, Creature Commandos, getting a little hints, Batman, stuff like that. We're already in the world of DCU, and I love it. All right, let's get more into it. More drinks. Was there something right there? Nope. Trying to see if there's an alien. But then this dialogue here was what really sold me even more. Wait, what did she say there? The gods are not that kind? My bad, y'all. One sec. The gods are not that kind. Okay, the gods are not that kind. Interesting. Maybe I'll play into something else, but the fact that you just see this little girl go up to her saying, I did not know, and obviously she's pointing out Kryptonians. I didn't know there were any of you left. What was it like to lose Krypton in a day? And man, oh man, her saying, you know what, that even sticks even harder when she says, it wasn't lost in a day. The gods are not that kind. That's tough. That's very tough. So obviously we're going to go through her having depression about losing her home, which is, I mean, that's what I said at the start I'm excited about. Kept telling Izzy over and over again, it's going, and he probably believed it too, but I just knew they were going to go into it. They have to. Okay, I really do see Guardians of the Galaxy vibes with it, but it's really not bad. Like, people got to realize it's not bad. Especially for Supergirl. I think that's a very interesting and really nice choice for her. Obviously, this is giving me vibes of Star-Lord and versus the Ravagers in the first movie of Guardians of the Galaxy, but this works a little bit better for me. Wait, is that her sword or is that... Never mind, it's not her sword. It's a kid's sword. She looks so cool, bro. I'm sorry. She looks really cool. I only know her from that show called Sirens on Netflix and Game of Thrones, the prequel series, I believe. But instantly, right when I saw her face when they were casting for Supergirl, I was like, that's Supergirl. That's Supergirl right there. I don't know too much. I haven't seen many of her performances, but she's Supergirl. She has to be. But man, oh man, the action scenes, I know. Like, this actually looks pretty good right here. Like, the axe comes in, throws him, and then I don't know who this is, but maybe it's a villain that, I don't know. I really don't know, but looks a little sick. Almost reminds me of Hellraiser. And then really cool shot right here. There's just a lot of really pretty, good-looking shots in this movie already. This is just a teaser. I kind of don't want to see the full trailer now. I kind of just want this. Gets thrown out. These little, what is it, like barbarian-looking? Dave the Barbarian. I don't know why I thought of Dave the Barbarian from Disney Channel. But what are these? You got this. It's kind of giving me Waterworld vibes for some reason. I don't know why. It's giving me a little bit of Waterworld vibes. She falls. And then I'm guessing she's protecting this kid because the kid is important, maybe. So glad that she has her powers. I honestly would have been a little mad if the movie was taking fully taking place on a red sun, but I don't know if that's part of the comic book, if that's the whole point of it. But if it does, I won't be too mad, but I'd be a little annoyed because I want to see her use her powers. But so far in this trailer, she's using her powers and she's kicking butt, and I love that. Crypto, I wonder, this is probably going to be a tough scene over here. Her probably talking about Krypton. Pain, and then finally, the man, Lobo, played by Jason Momoa. I'm so happy. Like, I like Lobo. Like, he can be annoying, obviously. He gets in the way, but he's a cool character to me. He's a guy who can go toe-to-toe with Superman. I don't know too much besides, like, his appearances in Teen Titans. I think he had a cameo in Young Justice. I'm trying to think. Maybe Superman, that animated Superman Man of Tomorrow movie. I know him versus Lobo was a big thing, but I am just so excited that Lobo is here. I'm excited. And then we got a flight scene, her going up into space, and then finally her in the suit, which she looks very good in. Very good. Obviously, the logo, if you guys haven't seen our previous podcast episode, I was going in on it. Not in a bad way. I was just saying I like the logo. We were arguing or whatever, having some fun. But I don't know. There's something about this suit where I still am not like fully sold on, but the colors look really good and the logo looks really good. I'm going to give it that. I'm still choosing Henry Cavill, and I believe her name was Sasha Cal. I don't know. Their suits over David Corn Sweat and Millie Alcock's super suits or whatever, but it's not bad. Like, it's still pretty close. I think it's maybe the little thing right here, the neck little thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. Maybe if it was just cut and then you just had like this raised up a little bit and then it just goes in sync with the cape, I'd be better with that. I'd feel a little better where it's like, okay, I love the suit, but it's just, this bugs me, and I don't know if the design works for me. I don't know if that little design works for me. She looks really good in it right here. Really good. Yeah, that looks tough. That looks really tough. I'm excited for this movie, man. I'm excited. If people have anything negative to say so far about this trailer, I don't know what you really can be negative on. It looks good. And that logo is tough. I'm going to keep saying that. The logo is really, it's a cool logo. It's really cool. And I think people were saying, I haven't read it, the comic book, but it's the Kingdom Come Superman logo or something. I don't know. But it looks good. It looks good. Once again, I'm reviewing this as a Zack Snyder fan. I love Man of Steel. I like Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Edition, and I really love Zack Snyder's Justice League. But so far, I watched Superman. I really liked it. Once again, I thought that I still prefer Man of Steel, but it's not that far up. I gave Man of Steel a 9. I gave Superman an 8, and it's a really strong 8. And I love it because the world is really good. The characteristics of David Corenswet's Superman are really good, and I think that's exactly what people say is the comic book version of Superman. And I think just the characters, like the fact that James Gunn already has Mr. Terrific in it, has Lois Lane, has Lex Luthor, has Metamorpho. He has a lot of characters in it that I didn't think he was going to start off with, and I'm just glad that that's the route, because, you know, you could have just done a Superman movie with a villain and Lois Lane and then call it a day, but he has extra stuff with it, which is what I appreciate. And that's kind of what Man of Steel probably was missing for me, because I still love it, but it does kind of suck that Superman obviously isn't the traditional Superman in that. He's a different take on it, and you only get General Zod and Lois Lane, which still love the movie, love the story, but the world building probably isn't as good as how the DCU is already opening up. I still prefer Henry Cavill as Superman, but David Corenswet, really good so far. Really good. Like, really good. Supergirl, though, she's probably going to be my favorite. She probably is. Unless Teen Titans kills it, unless Green Lanterns. Oh, I'm sorry. Lanterns is probably going to be my favorite project of the DCU. I'm so excited for that. Like, I've been waiting for a Green Lantern project for a long time. I didn't hate Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern movie, but it had its flaws. But the DCU, man, especially when this movie comes out, followed by Lanterns first, I believe, and then this movie. DCU's going crazy, man. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Phase 1 of the DCU is probably going to beat Phase 1 of the MCU. Like, if you think about it, there's Iron Man. After that is the Incredible Hulk. After that is Thor. Then Captain America, the First Avenger, which were all decent movies. Iron Man, one of the best superhero movies of all time. I'm putting it up there. It's probably top 5, or it's top 5. But then after that, Incredible Hulk's nowhere near there. Thor is okay, but it's not all that. Captain America, the First Avenger, it was good, but it wasn't the greatest. And then you have the Avengers. Obviously, that one's good. But, you know, there's spots there. With this, you have Creature Commandos. Decent opening. Not the greatest, but still pretty good show. I gave it a 7 out of 10. You get Superman. Really good movie. Gave it a strong 8 out of 10. Then now you have these projects. Lanterns and Supergirl. That is a crazy starting lineup already. Crazy. I don't even know what the 5th project's going to be, but the fact that you have Lanterns and Supergirl following up Superman, that's elite. That's elite. It's very good. So, once again, I'm excited for Supergirl. Can't wait for it to come out. No matter, I don't care what comes out first, Lanterns or Supergirl, I'm watching both, and I'm going to be excited watching it. But either way, guys, I want to hear what you guys thought. Was this a good teaser trailer? I think it was the greatest, but was it good? Was it mid? Did it suck? Does it not live up to some of the things that you wanted it to be? If not, let me know. Let me know down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow PhilmPod on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure to hit that bell as well. We also have a Spotify account if you want to listen to my voice instead of looking at my face. Make sure to stay safe and take it easy, y'all.